Okay, so hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to set up a password manager for the first time, and how to basically use it, and how it can make your life a whole lot easier than what it is right now. So basically, as you can see that here we have got a completely fresh install of the Windows and Firefox. So we are using Firefox in this case and Windows. This method can pretty much be replicated on all the platforms and all the major browsers, including Chrome, Edge, Opera, Safari, and whatnot. Most of the major password managers such as Dashlane, LastPass, and BitWarden have their extensions for those browsers and as well as platforms, like applications for platforms. So basically, you will not have any kind of concern or any kind of issues while using the same password manager across different platforms. This is basically one of the advantages of having a password manager, that you have a single password manager which you can use multi-platform. You can use it on a mobile phone, you can use it on a laptop, you can use it on a browser, and you don't have to basically have three separate installations for that. You have a single installation, you have a single password manager, and you can access it from anywhere that you want. So basically, this is what a password manager does. So let's for this case, let's decide on which password manager we will be using. I personally prefer BitWarden, since it is open source and basically free to use. So I'll browse onto their website. So to get started, they will need me to sign up. That is something that needs to be done. And this is how you get the first step. You browse to the website. The step one is to browse to your website, browse to the BitWarden website, and then go to the register button. This will basically give me an email address that will be working for like 10 minutes. So let's see if that works or not. Okay, let's do this. My name is John. My master password is. Now this password is the one password that you have to use at all times, right? This is the password that you have to remember. This is the password that basically has all of your passwords behind it. So basically, if this gets leaked, everything else gets leaked. So you need to be very secure in that. But one kind of a measure that you can take in along with this password is that having a 2FA on that. Most of the major password manager providers, they have the support for providing 2FA on your password manager account. So this is how you can save that. What the first step that you need to do is that you need to set this password as strong as possible. So I will just set a password just a random password. Okay. So again, I'm going to just type another password. I'm going to confirm the same password again. So I hope they match, and it asks for a master password, and this basically means that if you forget your master password, it can give you this and somehow it will make you remember the password. I don't usually see very much use of that, but so if there's something that you want to investigate and you want to figure out, please go ahead and feel free to add anything that you want here. Just make sure that if your password is not the same as your password. So yeah, this is the case. So I have to go to the privacy policy. Let's see this work. So basically now I have an account on BitWarden that I can use to save passwords. So yeah, I'll go to this. I'll log on to this. Don't want anything to remember. Then save, never save. Okay. So this is basically the thing that where you'll add every one of your login, whether it be Facebook, Google, YouTube, Reddit, whatever. So basically, at this point, I would like to create a new account on one of the large social media. Let's do Twitter. Let's create a Twitter account. Twitter.com. hopefully they'll let me use the same email address that I used there. My name is John Doe. I have a phone, I have an email. I'll copy it from here. So, thank you. All this. Just random stuff here. Next. Thank you. Yeah, this pretty much sounds good. Okay. So you see, this email inbox is yours for 10 minutes. You can use it to send email. Sorry, not send email, but receive email from anyone that you want. This basically, gives you the just an email address that you need to quickly sign up to something. In case you want to, check or see anything. So yeah. So some password. Okay, I'm gonna set it to something different. Okay. Before I do that, I will show you another feature that password managers offer, that is the password generator. So basically what happens is at this point in time, everyone who is entering a password will need to search or think of a password that is secure, that is long enough, that is where contains equal amount of symbols of numbers, and a very complex type of password, which is again a very hard thing to do. And for example, if you are working on multiple things at the same time, this becomes quite hectic. So basically what generator do, they offer these sort of generators that you can use to generate a password. Let me check if there it is. So basically they have these kind of generators, and then you can use these generators to your hard system, to your hard's content. You can add password symbol if you like. You can remove ambiguous characters. So basically I have to do that. I'll put the length here at 21. We'll generate the password a couple of times. This is just what I do. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can do it just once, and that will be more than enough just for my peace of mind. And let's do that. I just do this kind of stuff. So I have 21 length password. I'll copy it from here. I'll paste it here. Next. So basically, it's a profile picture. I'll go to this person does not exist. This is basically a website that uses AI to generate different kind of images. These are basically not like people. They're basically non-existent people. So yeah, I do that in the background, and I think I have landed on what I want. Just keep refreshing it in case giving me these new people, and they're generated randomly. So I will make a new folder here, pictures. Now save it here. I'll give it to Twitter. Go. Yeah, that is, I guess, fine. Bye. Next. Skip for now. Okay. Travel, gaming, and technology. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. I don't really want to use this. So yeah, this is what this basically did. This gave me this account. So now I need somewhere to store this account, right? So what I'll do is that I'll go here. I go into my vault. So basically, I'll need to add an item. I will go to the login. I will say, let's say, Twitter login. You don't have to fill it out all, the whole form. You can just fill out the URL and the username and password, and that will be more or less of that. So okay, so first of all, I can do is that I will need to copy over the password, and I'll just do that. I can, there is a whole lot of things that you can use in that. This is a premium feature. You can also add the authenticator key. This is basically you can add the seed that is used for generating your time-based OTPs, so you don't have to go to the mobile every time you need to log in with the two-factor. Just a feature that offers convenience, and you can sometimes if something's really critical and you need, for example, to access it, before you access it you need to enter your master password again. You can use that as well. So I don't need this at this point. I have created what I need. I don't have any photos to save it. You can create some photos, but I don't usually do that because mostly it matches to the URL that I have. So I'll add the whole site in this material.com, and then I'll save it, and this is saved. So basically now what I do is I log out from here. So I've logged out to this point, right? Now I gotta sign in. Now I have these credentials stored. What I can do is I can right click, I can copy pass email. Copy password. This work. Yeah, this work. So basically this is how you log in then. Now to be a little bit more kind of a little bit more convenience, so that I don't have to visit this URL and I have to keep it open in a separate tab every time I'm browsing my sites. What I can do is that I can install a web browser extension. So let's search for that. Firefox, BitWarden extension. You can find this extension on the official Firefox extension an add-on store. So basically it's not a store, it's basically kind of a site that hosts all the official extensions for that. So basically I just select Firefox. And remember, at this point I haven't configured the 2FA on my password manager, so it won't necessarily ask me for that. So so the browser extension has been installed. Okay, here it is. So great. So I've got this password my password manager extension installed. So right now it shows me as grayed out, which means it's not logged in. So I have to log it in. So I'll use the same. I'll use the same 10-minute mail email that I have to log in. Now, let's say you've got to remember the master password, because if you store this password anywhere, it completely defeats the whole purpose of using a password manager. Because again, this password basically hosts all your other passwords behind it. So if this gets leaked and you don't have any 2FA an account like I do now, that is a bad situation to be in, and I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone. So basically, either have 2FA or use this password to be as secure as long and as secure as possible. So basically I have this right now. Hopefully just let me log in, and I'm logged in. Great. So what will happen next? I close these windows completely. Yeah, okay. I'll refresh it. I'll open the Firefox again. Now I believe my Twitter account will already be logged in. If it is, yeah, it's already logged in. So basically what I'll do is that I'll log out from here. I don't have any kind of this is the only tab that I have, right? So I don't have any other tabs. So basically I will need to go here. I'm going to log out. Okay, so sign in. This one, username. Let's just ask for my email. I don't have any my email. Which email did I used? I forgot about that. So I go here and look at that. It logged me out, but it didn't completely log me out. It's kind of just asking for my master password again. This will happen every time you close your browser and then reopen it. This is just a security measure, so that if, for example, your device gets locked, so device gets used by another person, they don't have access to your password. You can, I believe, can disable this just for the sake of convenience if you are sure that you have it in a secure place and nobody else can access that. But I would recommend to keep it on. Again, it's a bit of a hassle to enter your password every time you log in or start your browser, but believe me, you will be better off having that. So I'll add the password. Okay, let's see. I'll add data again. Okay, then that's locked, right? So basically, this is showing me that there is no login available for this site. I'll search for Twitter, and this came up. And basically, what we'll do is that I have it here. Next, I will do the password. I'll go down here and then paste, login, and voila, I'm back to my account. So this is how you basically set up a BitWarden on a completely fresh install of Windows and Firefox. As you can see, it offers significantly more convenience than anything else, especially having your passwords written down somewhere. You have your passwords very secure and locked off in a safe that can only be unlocked through your master password, and unless that happens, your password has to be unencrypted. So BitWarden offers several other options, like for example, they can also offer you a self-hosting option. So for example, if you have that kind of a thing that you don't want anybody else to have your password, you can self-host that as well. On your machine maybe, or on some server, basically in a cloud environment. So basically you can do that. But this is what happens. Now, one more thing I like. So I'll download the BitWarden app for Windows. They have apps on all the major platforms: Mac OS, Linux, Chrome extension, iOS, Android, command line even. So basically they have like cross-platform compatibility. So I'm using Windows, so I'll select Windows here. Save file. What did I believe? Open that. Install for a couple of minutes. Okay. Just sure or not. Save. Okay, it's basically taking some of the time, so I'll just let's just wait for the starts. I don't personally, meanwhile, I just wanted to share one point. I don't necessarily didn't, for all the time I have been using password managers, there is not a single use case that I have need this app for. Basically, because whenever I need a password in my applications, I just run a browser and I just access from there. But some use case might pop up that we need this app, so I'll search from here and I'll search from BitWarden. Yes. Oops, sorry. Okay, so it's installed. Okay, so it probably prompts me for the email address. Okay, so okay, I have this here. So thank you, Mozilla. But this was something that I should have. Like, this is something that you should have. So I will add here. I'll log in. And this gave me my account on my laptop on my Windows machine. So basically I don't need this browser to access this now. Yes, please. So this is what I can access it through. So basically this is what you can do with it. So this was a complete tutorial of how you can set up a password manager without having one from scratch, and how you can create passwords and store passwords of your accounts, and how you can use that to access your different accounts. Feel free to add something, feel free to let me know if I missed something, and feel free to chime in any comments. Okay, thank you.